Sorry, I accidentally turned off the stream. But I turned it back on again immediately. Yeah, I accidentally turned off the stream instead of restarting my camera and microphone. Sorry about that. I guess this will be 2 VODs. That's fine. We are unfortunately against the Lands player. Well, maybe not unfortunately. We're against the Lands player that beat us twice on Wednesday. Once in the Swiss and once in the quarters. So we have an opportunity for revenge here. But this guy knows what they're doing for sure. A smooth, confident Lands player does not even take exploration, takes Saga there. Interesting. Has an exploration? Yes. Saga depths. You just have depths. Okay. Well, they didn't make a guy. We would have been. Oh no, we would have been. Would have been fine. We'll attack. Slightly awkward for them here. Because yeah, because of the mana situation. Yeah. I think they have to do that. I'm just going to pass because I have the failure. Okay, and they're going to... Yeah, so they're going to start making guys. I don't think... I mean, I could waste this. I don't think that's going to achieve much, to be honest. We have a really good hand here because we have Wasteland Effects and Caracas and Failure. We just have to try not to mess up the execution here. I'm going to Failure. And I'm going to untap. You can make a 2-2. We have a few options here. I don't think we want to blink... Well, I say blink first. I think we do want to blink first with Failure. That's the first thing we should do, but... I can take a hit. I can technically take a hit. Maybe this is wrong. Well, I'm committed now. Because I think they're going to make a guy to block the Failure. Like, it depends whether we want to keep this failure in play. But it's pretty vulnerable to Caracas anyway. I'm not super about that. Like, I don't want to warp my whole game plan around keeping it in play. I think I'm happy. I think I'm happy if it forces a tap here. Oh, you're going to flute. Interesting. Okay, so what do we think of this, chat? We waste the depths. They copy it. Flute resolve. Oh no, they'd name Caracas. They're not dumb. Okay. So now they're going to put flute. So they would put flute into play. They would name Wasteland. They'd make the depths token. They'd block. We'd Caracas it. They'd have one card in hand. I think that's all fine. Yeah, they don't want to make a construct. They're playing as though they have a weak hand and they need to try and finish it with Lage. Which I'm very willing to believe. And then, do we Thalia or do we Halia? Halia gets us a token. Thalia stops them from casting Loam as easily. Yeah. I think this is fine for us. So they're going to make a guy. They're going to have a 3/3. We are 5-2. We're playing against the lands player that got us on Wednesday twice. So I guess nervous is how we're feeling. They're going to grab a map of stage. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And kill the map. I guess you can stage my Caracas. It's fine. You're staging the Ghost Quarter. Why did you do that? Is this bait, chat? I think so. I don't think I need to Ghost Quarter that. Wants to get the chasm. To kill my Caracas? Yeah. Okay, we got game one. Getting game one is pretty big because I have a good sideboard. Because I have Rest in Peace. I side out? I usually keep voice in against lands because it's good against Tabernacle. And crop rotation. This is a flyer, but it's also pretty slow and it's easy to needle, so I think I'm going to do something like this. I don't think we necessarily need to be able to block Marit Lage. I think it is totally fine to have the answers that we have to Marit Lage. Especially since it's not difficult to get over 20. This hand doesn't have any enchantment removal, but I think it's solid. It has 2 basics. And it has a swords to stop us from just like randomly dying. It's not the best hand I've ever seen against lands. Rumblin has a Saga. We could actually swords that thing. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's just say go. I think this hand actually was probably a mull on the draw, come to think of it. I think it's a keep on the play and a mull on the draw. Because we're not doing anything on turn 1. Which is a little sus. Just going to Phantom the Saga. One of the reasons this hand would be better on the play is because on the play you're more likely to have time to go Felia into Phantom. You're going to Crop Rot to get another Saga. I think that's fine. The crop rot's a very valuable resource, so using it up there is all good. Yeah, they're Saga maxing. That was very effective against us on Wednesday. They drew an exploration. That's nice. It's nice for them. Yamamaya. So crop rot is lethal here. Although we have a flyer. Wasteland is good. I'll play that. I'm going to play Pride here with the intention of playing Felia, and I'm just not going to attack with the Phantom just in case. I mean, maybe we should be wasting. I don't think so. I think the Felia will be more impactful. And then we can always waste it after if they don't needle it. Making another guy. I think they're probably going to do that thing where they get skateboard. They're going to scam the board. So it's going to be a 4-4 and a 5-5. You are going to needle the wasteland. Yep. And you have your Ghost Quarter. So if I were to swords this and double block, you would make another guy. So let's not do that, in fact. I'm going to make another guy now. That makes sense. Okay. Failure. Voices? Are you listening to my dog bark? My dog is barking upstairs. A huge turn. Brookett has called huge turn incoming. Let's see. Let's see how huge we can make it. So we're gonna kill one of these constructs. And then I guess we're going to swords the other one. Because they're going to block with it. And then you'll have a 3-3. Let's just... they have no mana, right? They have one colorless that doesn't do anything for them. Let's just go for the attacks. I'm not going to attack with a Phantom. Just... because their last two cards could be Depth's Skateboard, technically. Oh, they had Dismember. I'm gonna kill the Saga. I'm just not gonna do it yet. Okay, give me a chance. So the failure is down. That's fine. So no attacks from me. Warp this guy. Do I need to keep up swords? I think I don't. Well... no, I think this is going to be better. I'm going to play the Halia. The voice. Play the Ghost Quarter. If I just keep up... I could Ghost Quarter the Saga. Should I Ghost Quarter the Saga? I could just Ghost Quarter the Saga. I can also... I can also hold up swords via Ghost Quarter. But... Phantom. Yeah, let's just... I'm gonna make 2 blockers. Yeah, let's just get rid of this thing. The only thing is that we take 10, or we jump with a phantom. Oh, you're leaving one back? Well, I don't mind taking 5. Yeah. No? Yes, no, yes, no. Just that one. Well, do I even... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no blocks. So I can get City's Blessing next turn. Because by not blocking. Loam. With Exploration. Okay, well. They have a plan. Copy Saga. Oh, that's a good draw. That's a good draw. What's their last land? A third saga. Okay, they have 3 sagas. They took 3 sagas. Okay. This is more triggers. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we just outscale them now before the sagas can do their thing. Is how I think this will go. Our life total is going to get very high. And our board is going to get very wide. I guess they could crop rot for Tabernacle. That might cause us some issues. But even then, right, we can just keep the key creatures and probably fine. The fact that they needled Wasteland here actually might kind of hurt them. I don't know. Because otherwise they may have been able to, like, Wasteland, Tabernacle, something. Did they dredge? Yes. And they milled Yavimaya. Cool. So we know their hand. Their hand is Loam Saga. Are they just dead? They're not just dead, right? They have, like, 5 blockers. We can only do... Yeah, we can only do 5, 8, 10 in the air. Okay, maybe they're just dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're just dead. They're just genuinely dead. We have lethal in play. Yeah, and these cards don't stop it. Okay. I'll double check the math, but I think we got there. Just don't plow? Yeah. Oh, okay. Getting frisky with it, huh? So you have 2 blockers. You block these 2. You take 2, 8, 2, 10, 12. Doesn't really matter. I don't know, I guess I'll make extra special, sure. Because why not? Just in case there's something I missed, but I don't think there is. And this is 7, 11, 12, yeah. Okay. That was more like how I expected the matchup to go on Wednesday. And then I just kind of messed it up, or they drew a little too well, or whatever. Where you just, like, they have strong plays, but you have a lot of answers and a lot of, like, natural resilience from the basics and stuff like that. Current 7-1s. They're not locked, no, because it depends on breakers. If they lose the next round, they'll be in the 7-2 bracket. 3 of the 16 7-2 players make top 8. They're much more likely to make it than we are, put it that way, because of breakers, but it looks like XJ took a second loss. He's now 6-2. What are my current breakers? I mean, not great. 63%. But if you look, 68, 67, 65, 65. So they're fine, but then I need to be in the top 3 7-2s, so I don't think we'll top 8. We lost too early to top 8. Look at this guy's breakers. I would be happy with top 16 though. I think we can make top 16 if we win the next round. We get a full set for top 16. That's not bad. And these are big tournaments, you know. It's hard to top 8 a big tournament. Okay, and I'm tired, man. I'm getting really tired. 9 rounds is many more rounds than I've played for a while, so I'm gonna go and have a little snack. I'll be back in a minute. All right, don't go anywhere. Okay, we are back for the final round of the Legacy Showcase Challenge. We are looking to lock up a top 32, probably top 16 finish if we can win this round, or languish in the ignominy of a 6-3 finish. We are playing against just another guy 83. And we have an interesting mulligan choice here. If we draw a land, this hand is decent. If we don't, it's very bad. We can also cycle into a land, but only in the end step. I think we can do better. Yeah, I like this hand more. I think I like... Actually don't like staff here. It's pretty good with the cards we have, but it's too intensive on my white sources. I quite like having both wastelands. Mistries go. Yeah, I'll go ahead and fire off a wasteland on that. So it looks like Sneak and Show. I mean, why not, right? It's 2 soul lands. And if they cast Show and Tell here, we probably die. No white source. Blue source, I mean. Well, that's pretty good for us, isn't it? Let's just voice. I mean, we don't have oodles of time here. We need to keep dodging a blue source. Looks like they don't have another force, so that's something. Do we just play the Hardier? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't want that. We won't draw a card this way, but I think that's fine. More important to get the extra damage in next turn. The luck is holding. The luck is holding. I actually don't want to destroy this, do I? I want to do this. I mean, maybe I do. That's interesting, actually. Maybe I do just want to... destroy... Oh, oops. I could have drawn a card there. Just destroy this because you can have a blue source and cast a cantrip, but casting a cantrip doesn't do anything. Whereas playing a show and tell does do something. So I think I actually, on a previous turn, it wouldn't be right to do this, but on this turn, I think it actually makes sense. Because now they can just cast Ponder and die. Yeah. Like, technically they could Brainstorm into Soul Land Petal, but the chances of that are so much lower than them just drawing a blue source and casting Show and Tell. Hello, Eli. How's it going? Dreary day. I don't know if Staff is worse than some of the other cards, but I think it is. It's neater. It's very mana intensive stuff. We have a Caracas, we have a Thalia. We have a Witch Enchanter. Yeah, this is a keep. This is a keep. Okay. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Do I waste? How likely is it we can win the same way twice? I mean, why the hell not, right? Oops. Thank God for undo. Brainstorm in your upkeep. Brainstorm lock. Please. Draw the card. First card you put back. Surveil the second one. It's an Emrakul. Goodbye, Emrakul. Do we play the Caracas? Yeah, we do. There's a Ponder. Must have drawn that, right? Oh, yes, you would have played it on turn one. Does not shuffle. Can't go. Interesting. Well, I don't think we can afford to voice first. I think we have to Thalia. Which I guess gets forced. Maybe we can just voice. Because what are you going to do? Little man. You're going to play... You're for voicing. The issue with voice is Tomb Sneak Attack. But you need 3 specific cards. You need Tomb Sneak Attack Emrakul or Tomb Sneak Attack Atraxa and then hit Petal. You got to die to something? Yeah, I think you're right. I think I talked myself into it. It's more likely you have Force than it is you have those 3 specific cards. Considering we haven't played a spell yet. Okay. Gotta be wrong sometime, I suppose. Just chilling? What do you mean just chilling? What is chilling? Just like not playing Magic, going home? We are still alive. We don't have enough energy though. So... And we no longer have, because we have to play this as a land, we no longer have show and tell protection. So we're pretty boned. Hold up Caracas. Prison the Petal is wrong, for sure, but Hold up Caracas. The problem with Hold up Caracas is I'm committing to playing Witch Enchanter as a land the turn after. I think I would have rather just played Thalia. So now we have to play this. Yeah, I wish I'd played Thalia, but that's fine. There were reasons to do the other thing. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you read their hand, right? And their hand was land, petal, go, and that means they have something good in their hand. Do you see what I mean? So that was why I wanted to Thalia. But it's fine. As I say, from a purely like non-psychological perspective or whatever, it was the right play. What do you have now? Thalia would prolong the inevitable. Well, not really. It means that they need 6 mana to do that instead of 5. That's a pretty big difference, actually. Thalia makes it reasonably likely that they sneak attack pass, and then I can prison it. You're going to show and tell. Okay. Omniscience. Emrakul. Okay. Well, I hope that doesn't lose us the match, but it might. Yeah, I think what happens there, if they don't have force, which they didn't, is you play Thalia, they untap, they play Tomb, and they play out Sneak Attack so that they can untap and use it, and then you Static Prison it, and we go from there. Yeah, this isn't going to work. This is okay. Not great. It's worse than the last hand, that's for sure. They mulled. Get rid of one of these Harlias. I know. The difference is that, like, it's not a win-in for top 8, it's a win-in for top 16, maybe. Top 32, at least. The difference is that if they have the force, you keep playing the game. If they have the sneak attack, you lose. That's the difference. I don't think it was correct to play voice, and I think I should have followed my first instinct and played Thalia. I'm not blaming you. I understand the reasons to play voice, and I made the decision to play voice. But I think if I could go back, I would play Thalia instead. Because I think my instincts were telling me what they had in their hand. Sure. Okay. So here, for example, I'm much more likely to play voice. Although I also kind of want to go Harlia Pride, because that's the fastest thing to do. It's much more likely to me they have a force hand because they were doing ponder stuff. The only problem is I don't have anything good to put in off show and tell. Although Thalia coming in off show and tell is okay here if they go for an omniscience line, maybe. I'm going to play voice. The fact that resolves is probably not good for us. Do I prefer mono white rather than mono Boros? Though I like Boros the best. I'm playing mono white because I think I have a better Tron matchup, a better Tron and sneak matchup than I do with red white. But I mean, I like mono white. I like red white. I don't like Mardu that much, but red white's my favorite. So now I can resolve Thalia. I will. I play in paper, yeah. I play paper weeklies and sometimes larger events. Yeah, most of them are on Brotherhood's End. I guess they can cast Brotherhood's End. Oh, that's gross. Yeah. That's probably it. We didn't really draw the stuff that we needed, to be honest. Yeah, they always have the Brotherhood's End. They run like one copy. I mean, realistically, what would I have done instead? Here comes the sneak and show. Recall? Traxa. Okay, they don't have a force, so I can remove this. They already played a land. We might be okay. We might be okay. Yeah, I've never found a way to avoid playing into sweepers against sneak and show because you just have to sneak attack or braid stock up Scalding Tarn. You just have to pressure them, so you can't play around sweepers. It's kind of how it works. So when they do draw the sweepers, they get you. Tricky. We're still going to remove this thing because then they have to tap mana to stock up. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Problem is the life gain, right? Now they're back at 20, basically, so it's going to be an uphill one. It's definitely going to be an uphill one. Tap land, cast the stock up. Oh no, you just have it? Oh, gross. Gross. Annihilator 6. Yeah. Okay. I guess I should have made them tap the extra mana. I don't know. disappointing. We won game 1. Yeah, I wish I'd played that Thalia, but that's... There's a lot of things I wish I'd done differently today, so that's fine. I would have really liked to finish 7-2. That would have been really nice. But that's okay. We didn't... So round 7 was... What was round 7? After playing against Tron, what did we play against? We played against an energy mirror, that was it. So we played against red-white energy, and we went loss, win-win. Then we played against lands, and we went win-win. And then we played against SNS, and we went win-loss-loss. So we had some excellent luck today. Especially in the first 2 rounds. And actually against Shadow and Red-White we drew well, and against lands we drew well. I think the 3 rounds that we lost, we made 3 key misplays. It's not often that things work out that way, but today I think that's how it went. Game 1 against Cutter, we didn't chump when we were at 4, and we had a White Orchid Phantom, and they had a Darcy. I think that our chances of stabilizing were higher if we chumped. At the time, I thought I couldn't afford to play around Bolt because I needed to keep my Guide of Souls in play and that sort of thing. But thinking about the likelihood of drawing various things off the top of the deck, like either removal or like creatures to trigger Guide, I think that we should have jumped. I think there's a reasonable probability we could have stabilized and won that game if we jumped, because they did have the Bolt and they did kill us. Round 6 against Tron, I missed 2-turn lethal in game 2. That one is pretty much guaranteed, to be honest, because they literally... Their best play the turn after was Ugin, which is what they did. And I worked it out afterwards that if they had Ugin'd my best creature, but I hadn't attacked with the 2 cats the turn before, which got blocked by Saga tokens, I would have had just enough to swing through for lethal. However, that would have only taken us to a 3rd game, and we would have been pretty unfavored in the 3rd game. And then finally, just now, against Sneak and Show, round 9, game 3, we chose to play Voice of Victory to play around Force of Will, so that we could land Thalia later. Instead of playing the Thalia into a possible sneak attack, which was the only thing that could really kill us because we had very good insulation against Show and Tell in hand. And they had the sneak attack and the Emrakul, which pretty much... Oh no, actually, sorry, that was in game 2, wasn't it? Yeah, that was in game 2. Game 3, they just had a better hand than we did, honestly. But yeah, the game 2, we could have perhaps locked up with the Thalia. I mean, again, that's not for sure. The game would have continued. And we would have seen what happened. But we would have been in a much better position. You can pass with Caracas up. I don't... Yeah, it's worse against Traxa. I don't think it's a good idea overall, because I had not reached the stage of the game where I had enough pressure in play for holding up Caracas to be like a viable thing. You need to play to the board. You need to put power into play early, because that compounds the clock, right? The earlier the Thalia gets into play, the earlier they start taking 2 damage a turn. If you don't do that, they get way too much time, and they stock up and they do whatever. So you have to play to win and to not lose. but there is a needle threading involved in that, and we went slightly too far on the side of, I'm just going to say they don't have it, in my opinion. And I think the Thalia would have been the sort of golden mean, middle of the road play to make there, and I wish I had done that. So those are the three things I regret today. I actually made some really horrible plays in round 7 as well against Red-White Energy. The only difference was we didn't get punished for them. You're at 7-2 now. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Either way, that's a great run, John. So well done. I'm very impressed with this shell. It's doing all the things that I wanted it to be able to do. I don't know if I will keep playing it, or just try something else. But I do like it, and I think the deck's treated us very, very well, and like a lot of my losses are pretty directly attributable to like pilot mistakes. Yeah, going 6-0 into 6-2 is pretty rough. I appreciate that, but at least you didn't go 6-0 into 6-3, right? That would have not been great. But yeah, we had our losses spread out at least. I really would have liked to win that last round and go 7-2, but I would have liked to win the 2 previous rounds that I lost as well, so it's all good. I think I'm going to get going. Good luck to everyone in the Breakers waiting room. Where will I finish? There are 37 players at 6-3. 21. The top 11 of those will make top 32. Okay, I think I have a reasonable chance of making top 32 and getting the list published. That would be nice. So fingers crossed for that. Otherwise, it was close. You should have streamed it, buddy. Should have streamed it. No, this was fun. It's nice to stream a whole tournament like this and not scrub out early. It's pretty tiring too, I have to say, to stream 9 rounds of Magic. But yeah, I mean, that's my choice and it's good fun, so. I won't be streaming next weekend because I'll be away in the UK at a wedding. I might be able to stream the week after that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to BNR where maybe we can get rid of this Tron deck, huh? Maybe. Probably be another 6 months though. So they move pretty slowly on these things. But we are done for the day, so thanks very much for tuning in. Lots of new followers today, which is great. Thank you to Cot4 Magic Sound, our latest follower, about 40 minutes ago. And yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky. You can find my energy guide on Blue Sky. And you can find my Mox field linked in the energy guide. So plenty of content out there. All the VODs go on YouTube, so there's a backlog of stuff if you're interested in that. And I'll see you next time.